Hi, fellow viewers, to everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Steve. I'm the owner of this video account in this respective website, youtube.com. By the way, you can also see me in it has also a website and app which is called Rumble. The spelling is Rumble. By the way, my next necrological video is about the popular communist leader in Italy, or to make it straight, he is the popular Italian communist leader, no other than Enrico Berlinguer. I'll repeat, I'm referring to Enrico Berlinguer. Okay, who is this Italian communist leader who became a deputy leader of Italian Communist Party, or PCI? By the way, to all Italians, please take note that before I proceed in this necrological video, if you cannot understand English, you can go to Google Translation, meaning you can type English to Italy so that you could understand from my dialect English to Italian so that it could be easily translated. Okay? This is purely English dialect. Okay? By the way, I would like to introduce my fellow Italians. I am Mr. Steve Ho Ong. I'm based here in the Philippines. Yes, I'm born in the Philippines and I'm already known as world's famous necrologist. By the way, I was the one who posed past few days about the Italian noted personalities, mostly politicians. Okay, and I was the one who posed about the Italian journalist who was killed 1978, and the other one is the Italian mathematician. The name is Leonardo Fibonacci. Okay, Leonardo Fibonacci. That's your fellow countryman, the famous Italian how many centuries ago. Okay, but although my concentrate is more on Enrico Berlinguer. Okay, Enrico Berlinguer was born on July 25, 1922 in Sassari in Italy, that is outside Rome. Unfortunately, this person died June 11, 1984, in Padua when he was having a conference. We can say it's seminar that time in Padua, Italy, at age 62. By the way, if you like to see him, he is now buried in Cemitero di Prima Porta in Rome, the capital of Italy, Rome, Italy. Yes, the word Roma is in English, we call it Rome, Italy. Okay. By the way, he is married to Leticia Laurenti. They met each other in Aosta Valley, uh, in a civil ceremony on September 26, 1957. By the way, I would like to remind Enrico Berlinguer is an atheist, meaning he is not a Catholic. Because if you're a communist, you don't believe in God. Because when you say atheist, their beliefs is God does not exist. There's no God. There's no religion. So meaning he has no religion. He does not believe anything. He does not believe in Pope. He does not believe in Archbishop. So that's it. And he survived four children, three daughters and one son, namely Bianca Maria, who was born 1959 from who is now at present TG3 journalist. That is his eldest. Second is Maria Stella, the one who is working in the famous Italian television station RAI, 1961, the second. Third child is the only son, Marco, who is the Communist Refoundation Party. If you heard this word, Marco Berlinguer, that is his only son. Last but not the least, the third daughter is Laura, who was born 1970. She is the youngest and she is working at present at Mediaset journalist, Mediaset journalist. By the way, Enrico Berlinguer was born as a middle class family, meaning a noble Sardinian family. Noble means Noble, meaning we can say an average, middle. He's not necessarily rich. Based on his family background, his father is Mario Berlinguer, a socialist, meaning anti-fascist. So meaning his father is against the leader that time, Benito Mussolini. It was the founder of fascists, Italian fascists in Italy. And his mother is Maria, the nickname is Mauricia Loriga. Maria Marussia Loriga. The nickname is Marussia Loriga. Okay. By the way, he has two cousins based on our necrological research. He has a cousin named Luigi Berlinguer and Sergio Berlinguer. Who is this Luigi Berlinguer? Luigi Berlinguer is a left-wing member of Freemasonry, meaning his cousin is a Mason. While Sergio, his cousin also is a diplomat, because we can call this a politician, Italian politician. Then his surname is of Catalan language origin, meaning it's another Italian dialect from Catalan origin. He has only brother named Giovanni Berlinguer. He is a humanist, professor of social medicine, and at the same time politician. By the way, Giovanni Berlinguer, to inform to all viewers, he already passed away last 2015. So this is a very sad news. So he died 10 years ago. So this is the one we need to be what do you call this, to be alert about this info. By the way, Sir Enrico Berlinguer is famous on his times about Eurocommunism. So meaning this is about the end of World War II. So he is aware that Benito Mussolini was killed during his time. So he was younger that time. Then it so happened he joined a political party which is PCI, or we, based on our analysis, it's called Italian Communist Party. The acronym there is PCI. That's the acronym of their political party. Then it so happened that he always heard that word and he applied Eurocommunism. Eurocommunism. He did not we can call this communism also, but this is a purely Europe, meaning its origin is in Italy. So meaning it's not in Soviet that time. Actually, in Soviet, when they say communism, it is ruled by the under the umbrella of the European country, which is Russia. During that time, it's called USSR, or Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. So this is the time of Nikita Khrushchev. Nikita Khrushchev was the leader that time. Then there was no famous leader during that time, the 1950s, 60s, about Leonid Brezhnev. That Leonid Brezhnev was there already. He is already exists. Then Mikhail Gorbachev was so young that time. He was so young. Konstantin Chernenko, that is the one. Yuri Andropov was also a Soviet leader during that time. So it already exists. Then this is about after the death of the former U.S. President John F. Kennedy. If you can remember the U.S.-Cuba Missile Crisis, it has something to do with the Eurocommunism. Actually, JFK was a victim of conspiracy. That's the reason why he was assassinated. The reason why I mentioned this John F. Kennedy, because this Eurocommunism was become stronger before the Vietnam War. That's the reason why there is a word Eurocommunism. Okay, what is this Eurocommunism all about during his time of Enrico Berlinguer? Eurocommunism was current among the communist parties mainly in Europe from 1968 up to the early 1980s, which sought the autonomy of their own national parties relative to the leadership claims of the Soviet and Chinese parties. So, so that includes the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev. That's the reason why he attended the funeral when he died 1984. Then there's a Chinese leader during the time of Mao Zedong, Zhao Xiang. Zhao Xiang was already exists each other, so being particularly critical lack of internal democracy in the communist movement. Eurocommunism was a trend in the 1970s and 80s within various Western communist parties, which said they had developed a theory and practice of social transformation more relevant for Western Europe. During the Cold War, they sought to reject the influence of the Soviet Union and its Communist Party. So, what I'm trying to say is that Enrico Berlinguer is trying to emphasize that Eurocommunism is to build a progressive and substantial democracy. So, meaning his point is that Berlinguer does not like to rely on Soviet communism. So what he like Italian communism, meaning purely Italian, in order to establish a word Eurocommunism. That is what I understand that time. Then actually there was already the formation of after World War II. There was formation of the Italian Republic from that is between 1945 and 1948. So that's the reason why it became not necessarily chaos, although a confusing. Then there was already a foundation called NATO, or Northern Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the other European countries, they create Warsaw Pact. Warsaw is communist European countries. So that's it. Then during the two organization, there was already a conflict. So therefore, when the conflict exists, so there was already economic and political problems. Actually, in Italy, there was already an economic and political problems during 1970s. In Italy, as in many other nations, the rate of economic growth dropped sharply and led to an increase in unemployment. So meaning there is no jobs already. So this is the issue. Then there is a growth of communist power. To be honest, if you can remember the five-time Prime Minister Aldo Moro, Enrico Berlinguer was so mad. He was so mad when he found out that they kidnapped by a terrorist group, Red Brigade. Then he was killed. Then they're asking for ransom. Then he did not expect that Aldo Moro will be killed that time. So the communist power became stronger. Actually, his point is that to be stronger, but not in a harsh way. So during that time, the 1970s, the communists significantly increased the voice in Italian politics. So it became stronger. Locally, they won the many regional and city government. They carried out extensive social reforms that the national government was unwilling to attempt. Nationally, the vote for the Communist Party reached a level only slightly below that for the Christian Democrats, that is another political party. No other party compared with these two in size and influence. So meaning there are two political parties already, the PCI and the Christian Democrats. So meaning there are two political parties in that Italy. Then On June, what they call this, on June 8th, 1984, Enrico Berlinguer was attending a seminar about Communist Congress. Then he was, what they call this, headache. He has a brain hemorrhage. So he was took in the hospital. Then they found out he was in coma. Then 3 days later, unfortunately, on June 11, he passed away. For me, in my side, this is a very mysterious, because when he became already popular, then he will just died at age 62. So this is a very mysterious way on his death. By the way, many attend funeral. Based on my necrological findings, the Italian people attend funeral 2 million Italians. 2 million Italians. So meaning almost two-thirds of the population in Italy attend his funeral. Many Italian politicians such as Giancarlo Pajetta, Pietro Ingrao. By the way, Giancarlo Pajetta is he was the member of the National Secretariat of the Italian Communist Party, while Pietro Ingrao, he is a senior figure of the Italian Communist Party. So meaning these two Italian also know each other. Giancarlo Pajetta and Pietro Ingrao, they know each other. Aside from these two Italian Communist Party leaders, many foreign countries attend his funeral, such as Soviet Deputy Leader Mikhail Gorbachev. He was there from Soviet, that is Russia right now. Chinese Prime Minister Xiao Xiang that time, by the command of, this is not already Mao Zedong. This is not about Mao Zedong. This is already Deng Xiaoping. Deng Xiaoping was the leader already after the death of Mao Zedong. Then French Communist Party leader head Georges Marchais. Georges Marchais was there in Italy that time. Palestine leader Yasser Arafat. Yasser Arafat was there. So meaning Yasser Arafat and Enrico Berlinguer know each other. So meaning there's a possibility that there is a secret negotiation between these two persons during that time. Then Spanish politician who served as General Secretary of the Secretary Communist Party of Spain, Communist Party of Spain, Santiago Carrillo. Santiago Carrillo and Enrico Berlinguer know each other. Imagine Spain and Italy. These are Europe. So take note of that. So for me, there was during his funeral, his coffin was placed in Archbasilica of Saint John Lateran at Piazza San Giovanni that time. For me, this is a mysterious for me. His death took place 6 days before the 1984 European Parliament election in Italy. So for me, his death is very mysterious. He had a brain hemorrhage, then it ends in coma. So this is a very sad. For me, his death remains controversial due to the fact he was taken back to the hotel to rest, and ambulance was called for only 2 hours after he first fell ill. So he was ill that time. There is one we found out, according to this sociologist and journalist Rocco Turi. Rocco Turi is an Italian. So Berlinguer died not as a result of cerebral stroke, although for the direct responsibilities that he links to a series of delays in the same first aid operators that time. By the way, his last word during that time, he likes to have a solidarity. That was his last word before he died. Meaning, the communists and the two political parties must unite each other so that it could become stronger communist that time. When we say socialism, actually that is his plan. The democratic and the communist, when once it combined, it will result to socialism that time, because he is a communist party man. So that's it. Oh, by the way, before I say goodbye, I would like to inform to all viewers that this necrological video is a paid promotion label. Paid promotion label. Before I say goodbye, I would like to inform to all viewers, for those who did not subscribe yet, please subscribe for my necrological videos and click the notification bell, because it will be continue and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is my actually I have also published necrological videos in Italy, Italian citizenship, mentioned in English. I cannot speak Italian. Okay, so this is my necrological video. So I hope that you enjoy. And again, as what I've said, use Google Translation if you cannot understand my dialect. So if you're an Italian, use Google Translate from English to Italian. Okay, thank you so much for listening in this video. Good afternoon.